In some ways, Robstown's Dusti Garcia is like most 19-year-olds. She loves to shop, owns more shoes than she knows what to do with, and is a big fan of cheetah print anything. But it doesn't take long to realize what sets her apart. There's a 6-inch scar on her chest that she wears proudly. Underneath it, a stranger's heart is beating. Dusti is a heart transplant survivor, an ordeal she underwent 2 years ago after being diagnosed with a fatal condition nearly a year and a half before.
You reflect on these whole 3 years and everything that's happened. What do you feel?
What do I feel? That's hard. I feel really blessed and lucky, and like I've been told by doctors that I'm one of the lucky ones, because with my condition you find out when you collapse, and some people don't make it.
Dusti was diagnosed with restrictive cardiomyopathy as a freshman at Santa Gertrudis Academy. Restrictive cardiomyopathy is a heart condition that's fatal in children and can only be cured by a heart transplant. In August, Dusti met with me at Driscoll Middle School Gymnasium, the place her symptoms first struck when she went blind during a basketball game for 10 minutes. The place her life changed.
And so where's the spot exactly?
It's kind of like probably right here.
So you're standing here, you're waiting for an inbounds pass, was it?
It was.
And then...
Before she even inbounded the ball, I was like, Martin, I can't see. And they walked me over there to the bench. I sat down. I don't even remember walking there. That's how bad it was.
Dusti said she remembers a freezing sensation, followed by a pain in her chest, and then her vision went black.
And what was your reaction? I mean, did it just, like a light switch?
Yeah, it didn't take its time. It just took a hold of me like a light switch.
How's it feel coming back to this gym, the gym where everything began?
It brings back a lot of memories, good and bad. Some that I don't want to remember, but it's just, I don't know, kind of feels good in a way.
How does it feel good?
That I'm back, still here, living.
Feel like another step, almost closure?
Closure, that would be a good word for that, yeah.
Months after the symptoms first struck, Dusti received her diagnosis. 2 months after that, her name was placed on the National Heart Transplant waiting list. For the next year and a half, Dusti lived out of a Houston hotel room with her mom, knowing her heart could fail her any day, knowing that in order for her to live, someone else would have to die.
What were those 17 months like?
Really long, of course. It was just a waiting game. I mean, I didn't know if I was gonna have the next day. I mean, you just never know.
What was the scariest moment of the whole process?
It wasn't the call. It wasn't, knowing that I was gonna get my heart. I guess not knowing if I was gonna have another day, because they said you just don't know.
Dusti got her heart on January 26, 2012. She doesn't know much about her donor, other than he was a boy, roughly her age. She returned to school 6 months later, just in time for her senior year. This past May, she walked the stage, graduating with her peers.
That was probably like my greatest accomplishment. Meant a lot to me. That was the main thing I wanted, to walk with my class. And it felt good. I was really proud of myself. Probably meant more to me than anybody else. Because some people, oh, I graduated. But to me, it's like, I graduated. I finally did it.
Dusti returned to school, but she didn't return to athletics. Not yet. That waited until August, when she competed in the World Transplant Games in Durban, South Africa.
What was that experience like, and what did that mean to you?
That was probably a once in a lifetime for me. I mean, never did I think I would travel that far or even get on a plane, but it was definitely an experience, and it felt awesome to be back on that volleyball court, just, doing what I love. I loved volleyball before, so it felt really good.
And that was your first chance to play volleyball since before the diagnosis, correct?
Yes, so that was awesome. I really loved it.
What was the biggest takeaway from your experience in Africa?
I mean, just meeting all those people making friendships from people from out of the country, meeting people who have gone through, different kind of transplants. Just the same story. I mean, having that connection with them.
Despite everything Dusti has been through, she hasn't lost touch with who she is, and she'll never forget the donor whose death meant that she could live.
And you're here now, you're all smiles, you're all laughs.
Try to be.
Where do you get that strength to still be such a chipper, happy girl after everything you've been through?
I guess just all the support I've had, throughout these years, and the family that I have, friends, they're all really caring, and they look out for me. So I have a lot of, well, my donor as well. I'm sorry. I'm living for someone else, so I just try to live it up.
And how often do you think of your donor, and what do you think?
Quite often. When the 26th comes around of every month, it's another month that they've been without their son. So, I mean, it's tough. It's bittersweet, but I'm really grateful for it.
For more on the story, pick up Sunday's edition of the Corpus Christi Caller-Times. This has been Kenny Ryan of the Caller-Times reporting.